It's a tough ask standing apart in a crowded heavyweight Euro board game market. One approach might be to focus on a gimmick and build around it, yet another might be to try and muster a cohesive whole from the sum of many parts. Welcome to Praga Caput Regni in 5 minutes or less. Taking the role of wealthy citizens in the medieval city of Prague, players are responsible for organising various building projects, including those that use eggs for mortar that will allow you to suck at the teat, aka gain the favour of the King of the Bohemians, Charles IV. At the heart of the game is its action crane, a rondel-like selection device that will see a particular choice cost less and ultimately even pay out the more it's ignored. It provides you one of 2 choices of action from a possible 6, as well as a fixed boon to your resources. Those 6 actions will see you ramping your resource generation or cashing in on your gold mine or stone quarry, upgrading your hexagonal shaped player board, in so doing increasing the potency of the chosen action, orienting and placing beneficial wall tiles around said board that can also take advantage of adjacency bonuses, and then we refer to the communal area for the remaining 2. The first of which is constructing a building in or outside the city. Similar to the wall tiles, these will give you an initial payout and more dependent on their placement, which in competition with other players can get you points come endgame as well. Leaving the final action, the construction of the King's Road, an expensive proposition but replete with considerable reward. So with those nuts and bolts, you have a finite number of turns to make the most of what's in front of you, with an emphasis on being equal parts economical and impactful in your choices, in order to obtain the greatest reward for your efforts. So why might you like it? Well, there's a fascinating amount of strategic opportunities that spring from just these fairly straightforward action choices. Whether it's playing jigsaw with the adjacency bonuses available from tiles, or making sure you focus just the right amount of effort for your needs on increasing your progression tracks, leaving just enough grey matter left to consider how much you can really invest in the King's Road, is all sorts of meaty fun. Which tees us up very nicely to talk about replayability, because with that manageable fixed length, you can really feel yourself at one with your own beginning, middle and end game, leaving you both wanting more and needing to try a different approach the next time you play. No game is perfectly balanced, but when there are many viable approaches to victory and they all feel very different, then it's got some legs. And all this goes without mentioning the implementation of the action crane rondel thingamabob. It feels pitched just right in terms of the cost benefits when a tile is left too long. Having 2 choices, not one, just makes you so grateful the choice is there, and the static bonuses that ties in with everything we've talked about so far is the icing on the cake. But why might you not like it? Well, not all of the actions are made equal. The resource generation and associated tracks at the very least could have been obtained by other means, because a game with finite length should reward you with interesting things to do every single turn, not something as binary as on offer here. It's also hard to ignore the table footprint for this bad boy. It tries to do too much. It wants you to revel in its representative glory, but it ultimately just leaves you wishing you had more space to put your drink down. No matter which way you swing it, this all could have been condensed to something more manageable. If you're looking for similar games, then both Takenu, Obelisk of the Sun, and Merv, the Heart of the Silk Road, tickle a nearby pickle. That all leaves us with a game that does lots of things very well and doesn't try and stray too far from the pack. Alas, I've been the voice of Benji, and this video has ended. It basically means Prague, head of the kingdom, the motto of the city in Roman times. Get educated.